Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool condenser motor. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new condenser motor and the instruction sheet. The condenser motor is the motor in the back of your refrigerator that blows on the compressor to keep it cool. So the main reasons you'd be changing it out is if it shorted out and the compressor is overheating. In order to change the part, we're going to take the back cardboard panel off the refrigerator. It's held in by a few screws. With all the screws out, we can pull the panel out and set it aside. Alright, now that we have the back panel off the refrigerator, we're going to go ahead and change out the condenser motor. Be very careful of these tubes. If you have to move them around, just move them a little bit and move them very slowly. If you kink the tubes or whatever, you may have to get some work done because this is all part of the Freon system. So be very careful with these copper lines. To get the wire connection off the motor, we're going to take a small screwdriver and stick it between the fan blade and lift up the little tab that locks the harness in place and pull it off the motor and get it out of the way. Once we have those off, we can use our socket. It's a 5/16. There's 3 screws that hold the motor in, and we're just going to take all 3 of them out. Now that we have all 3 screws out and the wires disconnected, we can carefully pull the motor out. Here's the old fan motor next to the new condenser fan motor. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. The one thing we have to do before we put the new motor in is put the fan onto it. So all you have to do is take your needle nose pliers, grab this little nut right here, and you can just spin the motor shaft and it should come undone. Then we take the old fan blade off. If there's a bunch of dust on it or whatever, you can wipe it off. Once you get it ready to go on the new motor, make sure you put it on the same way. If you get it mixed up and you don't know which way it goes, there is a little wording right here that says nut side, and that tells you that that goes up because the nut is on this side. So all you have to do is push the fan blade back down on the new motor shaft. Put your retaining nut back on. Spin it down. Grab it with your pliers and tighten it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be super tight, but it should be pretty snug. Alright, now that we have the new motor assembled, we can put it back into the housing. Slide it back into place. As you're putting the motor in, make sure you're very careful of these copper tubes. You don't want to damage them. Otherwise you may get a Freon leak. And then we can put the screws back in. Alright, once you have all 3 bolts in, you want to make sure that they're snug down nice and tight. Otherwise you'll get a rattle when the fan runs. Now that we have it mounted in, the only thing we have to do is reconnect the wire to the motor. All we have to do is plug that back in. Alright, now that we have the new motor installed, we can put the back cover on. It just slides up under the slip, and then we put the screws in to hold it in place. Now that you're done repairing your refrigerator, you can plug it back in. Make sure that it starts to cool off and that the temperatures return to normal. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.